So second half starts, 5 minutes in, Bia goes full Thanos and does it herself and just was one-on-one with this gal, just shoulder to shoulder, dribbling the ball. The gal's playing pretty good defense on her. And this doesn't happen without Chewinga laying it off to her. Like Chewinga settles that ball down.
It was so casual. Right. It was so casual.
Just a little scoop, little outside the boot scoop. And she slots this thing into the corner, and I'm just like, how? How? That's an outstanding goal. How do you make that? What is happening, everybody? Welcome to another Victory Pod. It does not get old. Here on Currently on No Other Pod on KC Sports Network. I'm Daniel Kooser, here with my friend, fresh off the plane from China, Chris Wright. What's going on, man?
Oh, tired. I got in at like 9 o'clock last night. I think it was an 18 and a half, 19-hour, journey from Shanghai back to Kansas City. Hopped right back into work. Right into recording. So
that's crazy.
I'm a little tired, but when you observe 2 wins when you're out of the country, it makes things so much easier.
Yeah, it's not as if you got to watch these games, right? You had to just kind of catch highlights at your leisure.
Yeah, I tried to watch them, but China's internet, the Great Firewall, defeated me, and I could not watch them. But I did catch highlights though.
The Great Firewall of China. Wow. Yeah, it happens.
I tried to use VPNs and everything to get around it. Just no go.
Man, you were such a world traveler, dude. I mean, how did you, your Google Translate going like crazy, I assume?
I did. I could not live without that thing when I travel. And then one of the best features is you could take a picture of like signs, menus, whatever, and it'll auto-translate it into English. And it's not perfect, obviously, but you kind of get the gist. So at least I know what I'm eating. I know where I'm going. But yeah, man, everything in China is really well integrated into a couple apps. So everything was super easy. Convenience is through the roof. Transportation was great. It's the 3rd safest country in the world, by the way, according to a new study. So
really?
Yeah. Actually came out when I was out there. So, and I believe it. It was incredibly safe out there, but good time.
Gosh dang. I just can't. I think the worst part to me is just getting off that flight, going to bed and getting up to go work. Like, oh my God, there's no decompression time. There's no transition time. You're just back at the regular boring grind of office work.
It seemed like a good idea when I was trying to maximize how many days I was able to be on vacation. It sounded like a good idea then. Now, not so much. That was terrible.
Not so much, man. Oh man. Well, you missed a shield clinching game, which was awesome. I got to do the pod with. I did it 1 week with Nick and did one with Jimmy. I got to tell you, probably the most fun Jimmy's ever had on a podcast, because we cover the men's team and it's not fun over there. But if you went back and listened, dude, you could tell he was having a blast on our show, and that says something about the team,
I thought you were going to say like that was the most fun I've had, and I was about to be really hurt there for a minute.
You just go back to China.
Yeah, like I'll just Great Firewall it up.
No, I think if you're listening to him, it's like this guy's having a good time, not used to that over on the sporting side.
I bet he forgot what it was like.
Yeah, it's dark days over there, my friend.
Well,
I don't even look forward to it.
It's I cannot imagine having to do the sporting side right now, with kind of where they're at, but which makes
not much to talk about.
We're spoiled over here.
We're very spoiled. And Jimmy and I are over there like, what do you want to talk about? Let's figure something out here. This is just getting really rough. But I'll tell you, man, what's not getting old is just our winning ways with Kansas City Current. And it's nonstop, dude. I had to miss this last game, had to officiate a wedding. So that was fun. I had a little script written out and everything. It's funny though, rehearsal dinners are on Thursdays or on the night before, whatever. And I plan to go to this dinner, and I get a text from Chip a little after 3 in the afternoon, said, "Hey man, just checking in, seeing if you need anything from us." And I was like, all good, man. We'll see you tonight. Looking forward to it. And he's like, "Oh, are you not coming to the rehearsal?" And I was like, "Say what now? Like, is that not what tonight is?" And he's like, "Oh no, that's at 3." And then he looked through the messages and was like, "Just realized I never told you." And I was like, "Cool." And my wife Marissa's like, "Should we go now?" And I said, "It is after 3. We live an hour away. We're not going to make it."
Oh,
So great times. And I wanted to say, Chip, you make sure you tell everyone that you messed this up. This was not me. So that was a fun thing to get started. To do this wedding without rehearsing, I'm like, all right, we'll see how it goes.
well, it's a good thing you're good at improv. Not only on this show, but you do improv. I would, amateur, I don't know, professional, amateur, whatever you call that.
Oh, good point.
But
I have been paid for it. I've been paid, and if you've been paid for anything, you're a professional.
exactly. So,
You know that?
yeah. So, I mean, you got the skills, man. You got the skills.
Well, it's I it was funny. I had this little script written out, and I was reading the part about the rings and saying what it symbolizes and stuff, and looked up and realized I didn't call for the rings yet. And I was like, "Do we have rings?" And everyone's in the audience probably thinking like, "Oh shit, he's talking about the rings, but there are no rings." So fun, but a lot of good food, man. They had Greek food, like Mediterranean food, for like their little appetizers of the wedding, and they had also Mediterranean food for their rehearsal dinner. And then the dinner was a lot of the same, I think, but like different as well, like another Mediterranean place. So pretty easy, pretty inclusive of people with veg diets and all that. It was good.
That's cool. I mean, two of the most genuinely kind people I think I know.
Oh yeah.
So to see them, get married and celebrate that, man, I wish I could have been there. But from all the videos and the pictures I've seen online, it looks like everybody had a great time.
No, it's cool. They get to talking about the vows, and I'm like, "You better get it together, Daniel. Do not start crying up here, man. You were the officiant." But they start saying some things, and I'm like looking out in the crowd, and I see other people tearing up, and I'm like, "Man, what is it about weddings that just brings something out of you?" You could be the biggest cynic in the world, and yet something about weddings makes you emotional. I don't get it.
You see some people cry, and then you want to cry, and you got to kind of, your throat starts to get a little sore, and you're trying to mentally, stonewall your emotions for the sake of,
Right. Well, I've officiated 2 other weddings. I got ordained for my brother 11 years ago, and then I did it for our friend Kevin. And then I go yeah, it's not like I enjoy doing it. It's not something I just want to put out there and be like, "This is what I do," because I did it for free. Well, I didn't do it for free for Chip, dude. He got me one hell of a gift box. He created his own Nike shoe in KC Current colors and gave them to me. And I'm like, "Okay, I know what this costs. You spent some money on me, sir. This is far too much." As a shoe guy, I'm aware of what I'm wearing right now. And then, there's like a Charlie Hustle shirt in there, like a tie, pretty cool little gift box, man. I've never really gotten before. I felt part of the team.
Man, what a good dude. Didn't have to. I mean, obviously you didn't ask for that. You don't ask for money for helping out a friend or doing something fun with a friend. But I mean, the fact that he took the initiative, just solid guy.
Yeah, I had zero plans to like ask for money or something. I was just like, yeah, it's a way to be part of it without like being in the wedding party. There's responsibility, but not a ton. So it was cool.
That and like one thing that really kind of I don't know. I don't think I've seen it before. Or at least I don't get invited to a lot of weddings, but instead of sending, gifts and stuff to them, like they just asked for donations to, like what I think there was a shelter and some other places that benefit people, right? They didn't want anything. They just wanted to pass that on to, to the community. And I thought that was, speaks a lot about their character.
I know, it really does. They've also been living together for a bit, I think, so they probably like have all these like kitchen gadgets and stuff that you would normally get for a wedding. They, I think they have a home together. I know most people that get married are still like rocking an apartment like me and Marissa did, And as far as not getting invited to weddings, it's because we're almost 40, bro. Like we are going. Wait, are you 40 right now?
I am, man. I am.
You are 40. Why didn't we do a thing? Why didn't we do like a big party?
I don't know. I don't really. I don't know. I've never been big on celebrating my birthday. I don't know.
Wow, you should celebrate yourself more.
I mean, maybe I should do a belated 40.
Do a 40 and a half, and we could do a joint thing with you, me, and Jimmy in December or something.
Oh, okay. Is that when both of your birthdays are?
Yeah, his 40th is not this year, though. He's younger.
Oh, okay.
So, anyways, yeah, who knew, man? I got paid for this wedding, so I'm a professional officiant. I get paid to do improv. We get paid to podcast, professional podcasters. And in true professional fashion, I'm going to kick it to break. But first, I'm going to call all Chiefs fans and let you know how you could be on the field at the 50 inside GEHA Field for the official coin toss at a Chiefs home game this season. We're winning again, baby. Back to winning ways. If you visit Chiefs.com/GEHA now, enter to win a chance to be on the field for a once-in-a-lifetime view of the pregame coin toss. Plus, you can score other exclusive prizes. Enter for a chance to win at Chiefs.com/GEHA. GEHA is the proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Looking for tickets for your next event? Tickets for Less is your #1 source. Save big on every purchase when you use promo code KCSN at ticketsforless.com.
Success in real estate takes more than vision. It takes the right financial partner. When someone takes something rundown and turns it into something great, that's called a comeback story, like Brain Group. They take distressed properties here in KC, completely rework them, and then turn them into valuable real estate. But that kind of work needs the right bank behind it. Enter Emprise Bank. They're not about cookie-cutter loans. They saw Brain Group's vision, backed them, and now they're making big moves in Kansas City real estate. Talk about your partner in possible. Emprise doesn't do one-size-fits-all financing. They invest in potential and back growth. Visit emprisebank.com/KC to learn more. Emprise Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
What's up, guys? I'm BJ Kissel, founder and CEO of KC Sports Network, and I'm here to talk to Kansas City businesses. If you rely on technology, you need an IT support team that's not just another vendor, but a true IT partner. That's why I want to introduce you to my friend and neighbor, KJ Miller. He is a VCIO at ThrottleNet, the Midwest's highest rated and most reviewed IT support company. They've been in business for more than 25 years, helping companies stay secure, productive, and ahead of the curve. They aren't just IT support, but they provide data security, IT strategy, and cloud software services. They do it all, and their reviews show they do it better than anyone else. So if you want to hear about how ThrottleNet can help your local business, join the conversation with myself, KJ Miller from ThrottleNet, and our resident genius from KC Sports Network when it comes to IT, at least as he's affectionately known by us, Mr. Craig Stout. Click the link in the description to hear how ThrottleNet can help you.
Man, so with you being gone for a bit, do you feel kind of disconnected from KC Current right now? Like kind of haven't been able to watch the storylines from week to week? I mean, we just keep winning, so same old, same old.
I feel like I'm on the outside looking in a little bit, like I just got shut out from all of it. And then, the internet in China is difficult to work around. I was hoping to record, but via VPN couldn't work with the hotel Wi-Fi. But I can only really just see the news. And I just felt like I was on the outside. It was definitely kind of weird.
That's interesting. Man, they just kind of regulate what you're able to do, huh?
Yeah, you can't use a lot of Western apps like X, Instagram, YouTube. So, and there was a bunch of other, and then a lot of websites, like you can't use Google and other things. So it was very restrictive. Now I did have an eSIM, which is based out of Hong Kong. So, the eSIM allowed me to, go to use all the apps and everything, but I couldn't really record, or do a whole lot. The quality of the internet was a little sketchy, a little spotty from time to time, but at least allowed me to keep in contact with everybody at home.
Very cool. Interesting. I tried not to bother you. I knew you were traversing and on the go, and time zones don't match up anyways, so it really doesn't make sense.
13 hours, 13-hour time difference. So like it was basically 12 hours plus 1 hour. So it's, if it's 2:00, then it would be 1:00, whether it's morning or night, it'd be the opposite. So there's only like a 3-hour gap, I think, between when I was awake and before I went to sleep, where everybody else here was awake. So it's kind of difficult.
That sounds like it. Dude, we had Chicago come to town, and you're thinking this is going to be a bloodbath. That's what you're feeling. And you look at our lineup. You got Dabinia in there in the middle. Bailey Feist gets the start, giving Claire Hutton a little rest. This is that rotation we've seen Vlatko do here since we locked up the Shield. Elizabeth Ball and Gabby Robinson started in the back center, which ends the streak for Kayla Sharples. We will not have an Iron Woman in Kayla Sharples for this season. She has played every single minute up until this game. And I got to say, I'm pissed. I wanted that for her. I wanted her, and I'm sure she probably wanted it too. So it's unfortunate that with 5 games left, she had to take a seat. You saw we called back. You saw we called back Katie Scott, right?
Yes, that was a very smart decision.
Yep. You're talking about the injury?
Yeah. Do you know, did that take place in training camp, or did that happen at the end of one of the games in which I was gone?
Dude, I think it took place in training. It did not happen in a game. She played every minute of the last game, so definitely a training situation. But, being able to start Scott in there meant dipping Ellie Wheeler out on the left. Izzy Rodriguez got the rest, so that's nice. It was just, I'm liking this rotation thing we go, man. Keep everyone fresh, get everyone minutes. Let Chawinga get another goal. That's always exciting stuff. But this game was our 18th regular season win this year, which matches the NWSL record for most wins in a single regular season. That's pretty great.
It seems like every time I turn around, I see we've broken a new record, and it's actually quite difficult to keep track of all of them at this point. And we currently have 56 points, and the record is 60 by Orlando last year. So you think if we score 5 more, which is very attainable, that we could, shatter that streak and extend it, which would be very difficult for any team to do moving forward.
Very, very true. Another one, though, that's worth mentioning is that Lola Bonta getting her penalty it ties a record for 14 penalty kicks. How awesome is that?
With Rapinoe, I believe. So,
and it's career penalty kick, right? 14th.
I think it's NWSL.
Okay, I'm seeing. I don't know what. Either way, one more and she gets that record. So that's pretty great.
And you got to think, there's a good chance it's going to happen. So,
yes, it is an NWSL record, 14 career regular season spot kicks. We're just not, god dang, it feels like the season's coming to an end, but we're not done breaking records.
Once we won the Shield, I think that was just kind of where we saw the lot, everything stop, right? It's like win the Shield, rest everybody. That's kind of how I think we all looked at it, and try to prepare for the off season. But the fact that, you spoke about Ball and Robinson, they got to play a couple years ago together. They're that center back kind of tandem before we got Cook and Sharples. So it was pretty cool to see them back on the field together, just kind of, locking it down. Katie Scott, obviously, with injuries we've had, it's been great to see her come on. And I mean, the fact that she can get some NWSL experience and a 4-1 win. It's pretty cool.
Oh, it's very cool. I had this game on at the wedding for a bit, just sitting on the table that I was eating at. You know, when you have something on when you're at an event, you're not really watching the game. It's just kind of there. You kind of glance to see if a goal happened, and you can catch a highlight, you know. So I did make sure to go back and watch this Sunday morning. I wonder, did you get a chance to watch this?
I got to watch all the first half and then about a quarter of the second half, and then I had to wrap up, use the highlights to wrap up the rest of it.
Fair enough. Well, you saw we got shit started early with Dabinia having a nice little curler, man. Nothing the goal. You got to love when the goalkeeper can't do anything about it, where it was just placed so well.
Yeah, and it felt like a whole first half too. And outside of that goal, we just put it on him. Like, that was a very one-sided half. But the fact that she was able to cut through the outside, have that curler, nobody could do anything about that. No keeper on the planet could have, changed that from being a goal.
And it started with a turnover. We intercepted a pass in their half right there, and boom, 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 quick goal. It's what we do, man. We put this pressure on them and turn it over so easily. I was seeing something. Hasn't Dabinia been a part of 4 or 5 different Shield winning teams? Right? Hadn't she won 4 Shields or something?
North Carolina. They had an incredible streak of just winning championships and Shields, so that is not surprising at all.
Was that the only other team Dabinia's played for?
Off the top of my head, I'm sure I'm wrong on that, but that's the one that jumps out to me.
Feels right. But I saw that she's been a part of 4 Shield campaigns or whatever, which is pretty freaking awesome. But yes, North Carolina's the only other team she played for. Played there 115 appearances. Look at that. So, lost my train of thought here. Bia being on the field again. Man, oh man, you just saw possession after possession. You just couldn't do anything about it. But Chicago was not without their opportunities either, man. Lorena had to really dive out for a big ass save in the 35th minute or something. You see that full extension upper corner?
I did. That's up for one of the saves of the week. Yeah, Ali Schlegel, I believe, hit that thing. And what impressed me about that is she caught it. She didn't parry it away. She caught that damn thing, which is a little risky. But a little risky, but
with it too.
Yeah, that was awesome.
If you go back and watch this highlight, people, if y'all want a good laugh, there's a lady right behind the goal going like this. it's the funniest face, like the ball's gonna come hit her or something. Very, very funny. But dude, you gotta hate that we gave up a goal here, right? We ended our shutout streak of 870 minutes. I was really hoping we'd cross that 900 mark, so you could just round that up, right, and be like, we haven't been scored on for over 10 games. That would have been the easiest way to put it.
I think the last goal we gave up was June 14th.
That's crazy,
and it's almost October. That is, it's hard to even, articulate how absolutely insane that is.
Oh, truly. We got to where am I going? Izzy Rodriguez came on for Scott at the half, which I thought was nice. Gave Izzy a half and gave Katie Scott a half as well. She's gonna get some minutes maybe in the playoffs too. You just don't know. We needed her for some help here, for some rotation. But 1-0 at the half, I'm thinking, man, we got to get more than this. 1-0 against Chicago. They bad.
Yeah, we're at home. We should be pouring it on them.
So second half starts, 5 minutes in, Bia goes full Thanos and does it herself. and just was one-on-one with this gal, just shoulder to shoulder, dribbling the ball. The gal's playing pretty good defense on her. And this doesn't happen without Chewinga laying it off to her. Like, Chewinga settles that ball down.
It was so casual. Right. It was so casual.
Just a little scoop, little outside the boot scoop. And she slots this thing into the corner, and I'm just like, how? That's an outstanding goal. How do you make that?
The percentage, I don't know what the percentage was on that shot, obviously, but it had to be pretty damn low because there was zero margin of error. It had to be placed perfectly between the defender and Nair, and man, she absolutely did. And she had the pace on it that was enough to get it past the keeper. Just world-class goal right there. Not many people can do that.
She's world-class, dude. We are spoiled with all these players and all these victories, and all I got to tell you people that are listening, man, don't take this for granted. This is just enjoy this now, because you don't know what's going to happen next year, right? We don't know what's going to happen in the playoffs, bro. Like, I need this trophy at the end of the year, but like, you don't know. Anything could happen. It's freaking soccer.
I mean, on paper, we might be the best team in the NWSL ever. In terms of last year, obviously we didn't make it to the finals, but we had the best offense in history. One of the best offenses in history. This year we have the best defense in history. Right now we're 5 points away from having the most points in history. And I don't know what our points per game is compared to, previous years, other teams, but I got to imagine it's up there. So, don't take it for granted. This is just be in the moment, enjoy it, because you never know what can happen in the playoffs.
Right. So we're up 2-0, 55 minutes in. Not long after that, Chicago scores on us. And I'm like, what? I'm confused. I'm looking back. I'm always looking for someone to blame. I'm like, who did it? Who missed what? And, Izzy and someone else were double teaming the gal with the ball who lays it off to the right to Chicago's big striker. And Gabby Robinson's kind of missing a step, but she's still forced to the outside. Lorena probably should have had this save, right? Probably wants this one back.
I think you just broke it down perfectly. Izzy was tracking back, trying to help Gabby as well. Izzy had her hand up like offsides. It's never a good sign, when you see any defender do that. But, I mean, it looked like Gabby was a step behind, and I don't really know who to blame, to be honest. I don't know if somebody should have stepped up and allowed Izzy to take on the outside runner. I don't know. I have to go rewatch it again. But like you said, Lorena, she wants that one back. That ball went right between her and the post. She had it covered. She was there. Her reaction was just one step behind, and it looked like she could have had it in a way, but it just kind of crept past her.
Yeah. And that, don't take anything away from the Chicago striker either. She's a good player. Very good.
They've been playing well these last 5 games, I believe Chicago has. So this is not a team who just can't do anything.
100%. Who is, oh my God, is it Ludmilla? Is that the name? She's a Brazilian, right?
Yeah. And she's, I think, in the top 6 of, in the Golden Boot race. So, she had a hat trick in like 15 minutes or something a couple games ago. She's quite dangerous.
Quite, very much so. But anyways, she proved it. I think Lorena would like that one back. Probably, probably makes up for it then. But then it takes us a good 10 minutes to get one back, and it's Chewinga, dude, extending her Golden Boot lead by 1, I believe it is now. And God, she just, she looks like she's going to shoot. Then she kind of typewriters over to the right, and then it looks like she might shoot there. Nope, she goes around another person to the right and then finds her opening. It was wild. It's just the patience to get a good shot there was amazing.
I mean, it was a good flick by Mary Long, by the way. That shouldn't
it was
under-recognized, but Chewinga, it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you try to stand her up, she's going to go around you. If you anticipate, her going to the outside, then, she can do something else and just make you look stupid altogether. so difficult to stop.
It's insane because by the time the ball leaves her foot, you count the jerseys around her. There are 6 Chicago players around her. 2 KC Current people over to the right for like a potential pass off. But like she gets around one and another one's there, another one's there. And as that 4th one's coming in, she slides the ball in between that 3rd and 4th player. And there's 2 players coming on her backside. And I'm like, oh my God, that is it's over half your field players are on her ass right now, and she's still scoring. I don't know what you got to do to stop her. I don't know what the tape tells on that, but she's amazing.
You can't. That's what the tape tells you.
And Alyssa Nair gets a hand on it, I believe, gets a little bit on it, but you see it looks like a video game in slow motion when the soccer ball goes by. Legs like are trying to kick it away real slow. And it looks like you're like Mario trying to go through some weird.
It reminds me of like putt, like you're trying to like hit it past the windmill, and the ball goes past and you see these obstacles coming after.
These were 4 windmills and she was like, bet, I'm all over it. That's amazing.
And that brings her to 14, by the way.
Yep. And that's 1 over Astaire?
Yeah, 1 over Astaire. And then I'm going to double check and look at the goals and assist ratio kind of in total
14.
here.
I thought her last one was 14.
She has 14 now. So
good. Okay.
But she has her goals and assists. She has 17 total, and Astaire has 14. So she has a 3, goal and assist ratio.
Wow.
Ahead of her. So if they tie, she should win out on that.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they don't.
You don't want to.
Yeah. I wish the tiebreaker would be like non-penalty goals. You know what I mean? And that'll break it, no problem.
I don't know. I've always had a beef with penalty PKs being credited towards your, the golden boot.
Hey, how about Alex Pfeiffer getting in there towards the end and drawing a big time penalty in the 94th minute? Wasn't that something?
Yeah, man. I'm glad to see her back, man. I'm glad to see her, back in the fold. And
oh yeah,
I don't know what her plans are this year. It's kind of more of a sub / super sub type of deal, as half of our, everybody on the bench is. But that dribble to the outside, man, had Cook just reeling, didn't know what to do, and just went to ground and, caught Alex. And I mean, just what a crafty move.
Yep. And of course, Labonta scores and we win the game 4-1. What a time. Let's take a quick break real quick and we'll be right back.
Chiefs Kingdom, I have got a question for you. What is your favorite touchdown? Well, for me, I can confidently say that my favorite touchdown, it's the next one, because with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, every touchdown could bring you closer to cashing in. From the first touchdown score to anytime touchdown props or the thrill of live in-game betting, every snap is loaded with opportunity. From spreads to money lines, same-game parlays, regular parlays, you want it, DraftKings has got it. Here's the best part. Bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. I use DraftKings Sportsbook, and you should too. Your team hitting pay dirt pays out to you. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code KCSN. That's code KCSN to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, fees may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bet must win to receive reward. Minimum minus 500 odds required. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
All right. Welcome back, folks. A wave of subs came in, man. Ali Sentnor in the 68th. The 62nd brought in Pfeiffer, Mary Long, and Reagan Steigletter, who's got a little romance going with the Chiefs player. I don't know if you saw that. She wore her Chiefs jersey to the game, and he wore his KC Current jersey to the game. I thought that was great.
That's pretty sweet, wasn't it?
Pretty cool, man. Just I don't know. It's just great to see that. It's great to see KC Current colors on a Chiefs walk up. With players walking in. I'm like, oh damn, look at that KC Current jersey. That's pretty cool.
I don't think you see that as much from other teams, just there are other professional teams, whether it be, MLS, wearing NWSL, jerseys of players or representing them. You see it so much more with the Kansas City Current. And one thing, I mean, this game was lopsided as can be, right? From the first half, we just peppered them. Second half, obviously, we scored 3 goals. Our XG was 2.59 and theirs was 0.52. We had 27 total shots to their 11, 10 shots on goal compared to their 5. And then their goal, I don't know if we mentioned who it was from, but it was Nadia Gomes was who it was from. But Ludmilla was absolutely dangerous in the game as well that we mentioned.
Very much so. I got to tell you, though, piggyback, capping it off with Lebanto's penalty there. Good icing on the cake, to get a dominant win. But also, she went right to Pfeiffer, kind of a thank you, hey, way to draw the penalty so I could get a goal, And Lebanto switches up where she's going, man. She's gone upper left. She's gone lower right. She's yet to go. I don't think she's gone lower left or upper right. So it's if I'm a goalkeeper, I'm just choosing one of those 2 angles
50-50, right?
Feels that way. She's right-footed, I think, right? So, I mean, being able to do that, yeah, she's right-footed. So being able to put it up in the upper corner with your right foot into the right corner, that's kind of a little tougher, isn't it?
Yeah, and, there's been a couple PKs where the keeper even got a finger on it, on her ball, but there's nothing they can do about it. It's taken that well. There's really not much you can do about it. So I hope she gets it this year, by the way, cap off another kind of record breaking, year. She is a free agent next year, so you never know. So hopefully she gets to do it this year when we can celebrate that.
Yeah, that'd be nice. We took care of business. Would have liked to take care of it earlier, but we're so good in the first half, man. We just lock things down. We don't let people score on us in the first half or at all, really, in this last half of the season. But looking at the standings, I mean, the race is still hot. No one's been eliminated yet, right?
I think Chicago has.
I think Chicago is eliminated. It just does not say that on the standings. But Bay down in 13th, I think, can still mathematically do it. I think it's highly unlikely. So the matchups I'm looking for, man, is that 9 and 10. Houston and North Carolina down there, maybe sneaking in because the point spread from number 3 is at 34 and number 8 is at 29. 5 points, man, separates a potential home playoff game or on the road for all the playoffs.
I'm a little bit of a hater because, we obviously, we knew we were going to have the Shield locked up a while ago. It was just a matter of time, matter of math. But I was really hoping Orlando would get knocked out of the playoffs or get knocked down to where they didn't make it. I'm being petty, I know, but
still possible.
It's still possible. They got 32 and Louisville has 29. Like I said, North Carolina's kind of right there as well. So could very well happen.
It could. But Washington did clinch a playoff spot. So they're the second team to be in there. They're having a good second half of the season. They are the team I don't want to catch in the playoffs. I would like to not have to face them because I think they have the best bet of giving us a problem. You know what I mean?
And I think, Gotham as well. Gotham's been on an absolute tear. They're playing so much better now. They
beat Portland 3-0, didn't they?
Yeah. And both Gotham and Washington did add a couple players, right before the second half stretch. So those are
Washington won 4-0. So I mean, these teams are scoring, dude. They're scary.
yeah. And if I'm the NWSL, I want Kansas City and Washington in the finals. You know, Trinity Rodman, the Spirit have a lot of other big name players. You know, that's a marquee matchup that would get a lot of ratings. So if I'm Berman, that's what I'm hoping for.
Well, we don't have a game this weekend.
Yeah.
We play on Monday, bro. I did not realize this. Because I was looking at my weekend calendar. I was like, what is it, a bye week? What is going on? And then I was seeing the Chiefs play Monday Night Football. And I'm like, oh, snap. And Casey Current plays Monday? That's okay. Let's go.
It's a nice change of pace, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it feels kind of different. I don't know if I love it, but whatever, you take it. I mean, it's not necessarily going up against Monday Night Football, as they will probably just be entering the fourth quarter when Casey Current kicks off. So shouldn't cut into your Chiefs time at all, folks. That'll be fine. But you're looking at Washington and Gotham both have a couple good games too, man, against playoff contenders. Washington plays San Diego on Sunday, and Gotham right after them against Seattle.
Yeah,
so could be fun
matchups to watch.
I think so. What else? What else is relevant? What else?
Well, I mean, the game is on the 6th, the Monday night game against Angel City. And, we're traveling to LA. Obviously, we got a little extra time to rest here. But
and we got to play on Saturday, too, though. We come back home to play Gotham.
So the one thing I like about that is we just talked about how they're firing on all cylinders. They're playing well. I think that'll give us a chance to play a top playoff contender right before the end of the year. We beat Seattle, Chicago, Angel City, later on we have Houston. And the last game is kind of it doesn't really mean a whole lot to us. So we don't have any like premier matchups before playoffs. To me, Gotham is that. So I'd like to see us keep that mentality and not, just kind of mentally phone it in, because we have nothing to play for other than records.
Yeah, agreed. Which seems selfish, but I want it. I need it.
I want all of them.
Yeah.
I want all the records.
It's just spoiled. Riches are spoiled over here. So, well, good. Cool, man. We just keep rolling. Hopefully Monday we get something good out of this Angel City trip, because Angel City's kind of fighting for their playoff lives, so we could really put the kibosh on their season. Maybe.
I mean, that'd be nice little back-to-back potential.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we'd knock them out, but we damn near put the nail.
Well, we'll hurt them. Yeah, we'll hurt them. That's fine. Hope Kayla Sharples is okay.
Mace as well.
Mace as well, yeah. Defense looked a little different last game, and we gave up a goal because of it. So that's just a given.
It took 2 of our starters to be out. For them to get a goal, and they've been having a pretty good offense as well. So, just taking a look at this game, I mean, it was announced recently that Allie Riley is going to retire. And she's been a Angel City mainstay, kind of a legend over there. So, that's a pretty big name that's going to retire. I know she'll probably want to go out, with a couple wins here if possible, but we should win that game. I mean, Alyssa Thompson is no longer there, by the way. I mean, we all know that. I think they've scored 4 goals in the past 4 or 5 games and given up 8. So they've struggled. I think they're 3 losses and 1 draw in their last 4. So they're not really playing too hot. So hopefully we can go there and just nail the coffin.
Hopefully we get it done. Should be a good sports evening. So, cool. You want to get out of here?
Yep.
All right, man. Folks, thank you for being here. If you knew the difficulties it took to get Chris to record on this today and how dumb his laptop is, you'd really appreciate us. You'd be like, wow, these guys care about my ears and soccer and all that. And Chris has been very angry all day, so we appreciate him woo-sign. And
it's been a big Dennis Reynolds kind of, past couple hours.
Yes, your rage knows no bounds. I know you will strike like the wind of 1,000 fists. I get it. Guys, thank you so much. If you could follow us online at Dan Kooser, at No Other Pod, at Chris Wright 21. You can email us nootherpod@gmail.com. Please leave us your ratings and reviews, Spotify and Apple Pods. And until next time, he's Chris. I'm Daniel. We love you. See ya.